Your mind stops your happiness. Hello, people. I hope that you're all doing fantastic, great. I hope that you're all smiling on for what is, for me, a lovely Saturday morning. As if you've ever listened to me speak, I'm always thinking about things. I'm always thinking about feeling great and being happy and how wonderful life is to me. And I've noticed that so many people are unhappy and they're unhappy about things that have nothing to do with their own lives. You don't like what someone else has said. You don't like how someone else dresses. You don't like that someone else has a lot of money. You don't like that somebody talks about somebody else. But what does that got to do with you? Now, there's some people that probably would think, you never heard me. You think that I don't care. Yeah, I care a lot about other people. I just don't care. I care about what I'm doing and how I'm gonna feel great and how I'm gonna smile and what I'm gonna do to make my day great. I'm not worried about things I can't control. I don't care about who's doing what. I can talk about things about other people, but I'm about to go funny. In the big scheme of things, they're all inconsequential. For me, I'm just trying to have as much fun as possible. I'm trying to laugh as much as possible and live peacefully. So when I interact with people, be it man or woman, friend or somebody I don't know, it's always from the perspective of, or I should say, the perspective of, am I going to enjoy myself and am I going to learn something? I'm never worried about what other people are doing, really, not really. I want you to feel great. And if you're not feeling great, I just want to ask you, why aren't you feeling great? And what can you do to change your life so that you can feel great? That's always my focus. It's always how I'm thinking. Now, I don't understand. I don't understand the dilemma, the conundrums, the problems of others. I understand that for some reason you're not happy with who you are or something that you're doing. But if you're not happy with who you are, why are you not doing things to change it? And why do you let what other people do that has no effect to your life? You know, why does it bother you? I don't care if you eat a plant or you eat meat. I don't care what you eat. Are you full? And does what you eat fill up my stomach? So if what you eat doesn't fill up my stomach, I don't care what you eat. Go ahead and eat. So I don't know. I think the way that people think, what they believe in, the programming, it messes them up. Oh my gosh, somebody doesn't read the same Bible as I do. Something's wrong with them. You know, I'm so mad. Or you're mad to find out that maybe you are reading the wrong Bible. It's hilarious. Who said it was the wrong Bible? You know, I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm laughing at my own self because I just don't. I'm different. I don't really worry about a lot of things, man. I just want peace. I'm just trying to have a great day. I'm trying to laugh and smile and just kick it. I don't. I'm sorry to say, I understand the concept of depression. Um, I understand everybody can somehow feel depressed. I just don't understand being depressed. I'm always thinking about how great everything's gonna be. Let's say I had a headache. I'd be like, damn, I can't wait till I can get past this headache. So I guess I'm always looking about, this glass is halfway full. Let's get it to it. You know what I mean? So I don't ever stay down because I think tomorrow's going to be better. And I'm always like, oh well, was it meant to be? That's just the way I think. So I really want to understand other people. I really find that's why if people don't know, I love to hop on panels and listen to other people speak because it's hilarious. I'm not going to try to change the world. I'm trying to understand why people think the way they think. Why do you think the way you think? That's what I want to know when I interact with people. Why are you so angry? Grrr. Nothing that anyone could say to me really bothers me. I'm laughing at it. You can call me any type of name. You can say any type of statement. I'm pretty oblivious. Slanderous is libel. That's not true. I don't care if it's true or not. You believe what you want to believe. If it's not, if what you say is not going to end my life or take money in my pocket, I don't care. Now people think, Charles, I want you to stand. I stand for peace. I don't see nobody picked on. I don't see nobody hungry. You know, I think like that. However, I don't care that you got a T-shirt and somebody else got a more expensive shirt. Do you like your shirt? I don't care if something is real or fake. I don't care if you got the best car or don't. Are you happy? And if you're not, listen. Somebody can be happy. Um, swimming in Hawaii, and somebody else gonna be happy swimming in a bathtub. Whatever makes you happy, and that's the power of your mind. And that's what I try to get people to understand. Is your thought process. Stop looking at other people trying to compare your life to others because quite frankly, some of you will never be me, but I'll never be you. So why do I even worry about it? I don't. I just focus on what's gonna make me happy. You know, I enjoy drinking beer. I enjoy drinking whiskey. I enjoy seeing the nice, lovely ladies. I enjoy looking at the sky. I enjoy having conversations with people. I just enjoy learning. I don't think I'm some. I always make these jokes, but I'm not some wise wizard. I'm not better than you. I don't have a problem showing my face or not showing my face. I love when people say, "Came up," I make a joke. Uh, Jess said that my avatar looked like a dickhead. That's hilarious though. But in general, I don't care. For me, it's just about everything is just about having fun for me. And nothing that anyone does outside of me is going to stop me from enjoying my life. I just don't get it. Like for all of you people that are so angry, I would love for you to tell me why you're angry. And that's why sometimes even when I hop on other people's panels, which I do occasionally, um, I just start laughing because it's all giggles to me. It's never some you're wrong and I'm so vehemently opposed to what you're speaking. I just really want to know, why do you think the way you think? And if that's what you want, I'm great. I'm happy for you. Listen, if you think that you can make it by yourself on this earth and become the best person ever on the planet Earth, then do that. If you think you need a team, you do that. I can't answer it for you. Listen, if you enjoy going frolicking in the woods, trying to get to grandmama's house, talking about I'm Red Riding Hood, go do that. I don't care if you want to hang with the three little piggies. I don't care if you think you're Robin Hood and you running through the running through the forest trying to take the bandits. Do what's gonna make you happy. I just don't get people. I just find it just in dialogue, just in talking to people. Some people like to laugh at fake silly stuff. I like to laugh at real silly stuff. I like to laugh at the hypocrisy. I like to laugh at the idiocy, the anger, the the worry of other people because it's hilarious. Like, really, you really care that much that that girl wore that dress, or that he didn't wear a suit, or that he wore a suit, or that he likes to get his nails done at the nail shop, or that this person walks around with his pants sagging. Now, I don't have to like any of those things, or I can love them all. But if I love them or like them, does it change how you feel about you? And that's where I think people get it confused. You get misconstrued. I don't come up here and first let me say this. I want to help my brothers. I want to help men. I do. So, but I'm not opposed to helping the ladies. If ladies want to learn something, I can help you. And I'm not somebody who's more smart than you. I'm not the ultimate what do they call it? Life coach. Man, I can't even. I mean, I'm barely living my own life, which is pretty great for me. But financially, I wish it was way better. I'm not the. I'm gonna teach you how to get 1 million subscribers of YouTube. I can't get one person usually to comment. So who am I to tell anybody anything? But one thing I know that I think I'm better at that most people I ever meet is being happy. I'm happy just being me. I'm happy just doing me. I'm happy just talking about what I want to talk about. And what I want to talk about ain't always what you want me to talk about. Now, I always tell people this. I could do all type of uh, topics that would pull people in, but I don't find most conversations interesting. I think what I'm talking about when I listen to it on a review, it's probably going to intrigue me, but I don't want to talk about men and women all the time, even though I love relationships, even though I love the ideologies and the philosophies of other people saying this is how men do and this is how women do and this is what people think. You don't know what other people think. You only know what you assume, and you'll never know what somebody else thinks until you talk to them. So I'm always focusing on what I need to do to live my best life, to live the life of the chuckster, the life of is going to make you smile, and I'm going to smile, and everything with me is a joke, it's a laughter, and how I see YouTube as I guess opposed to most people, I don't really see this as a grind. I don't. Like some people say, it's so hard. Try to talk for an hour. And truthfully, if I really wanted to, I think I could talk for 20 hours, but I really don't want to. I really just want to get my point out real fast. And a friend of mine says, "You take pride in that." Yes, I do, because it doesn't take long to get to the message. Now, how I differ from most people is when I do have interaction, that's when I will go back and forth. But just to speak on it on monologue. Let me make a joke. I could do like my brother Platt. Like me up, share me, give me thumbs up. Come on, hit me on the cash app. Hit me up, like me up. Come on now. Pull up, pull up. I got to put that in the title, but really, it doesn't matter. I just want people to really think about why they do what they do. Let's be honest here. Me, I want to have fun. Do I mind? Would I not love to have a million subscribers and get paid? Yeah, this would be great. It would give me the freedom to say more what I really want to say. But in general, my whole thing that I'm trying to do is get people to focus on uh, defeating what you think people should do and learn to be happy with yourself. That's my ultimate thing. Learn to be happy with you and learn to bring happiness to other people. Everything you should be doing in your life should be to improve somebody else's day. Now, nobody, like, I don't know who knows me or who doesn't know me. Now, some people think I'm some carefree dude that ain't never did nothing. I've had a real wild life. But how I think in general is all I want to do is to be happy, to be peaceful, to be able to take care of myself, be able to help people that I love, and be productive for me in my life. That's what I'm about. I'm not here to teach you all the latest tricks and gadgets. I can tell you what food to eat. I probably can tell you what technology to buy on certain things, but if you want to know what's the best mic, I want to tell you go listen to DJ Cuda because I don't know the best mic. But hey, I'm willing to learn, and if that was a super priority, I would have the best mic in the business. But right now, I just do what it takes for me to say what I want to say. And hopefully, whatever I'm going to say is going to improve people's days. And that's just what I think. I just think that so many people get caught up in the way that they think that life should be. You think life should be a certain way. You think that something is wrong if people don't use certain words or people don't. It's just crazy. So the whole philosophies that I see, I shouldn't say the whole philosophies. I should not say that, but I think so many people's idea of how they think a person should be. So I'm a black man from America. So I'm supposed to speak a certain way. If I don't speak a certain way, then I'm not actually black. That's irrelevant. That's hilarious to me. So how should I speak? Should I speak like, oh, your cadence is wrong? See, everybody wants to put people in a box. You want us all to be part of this group. And I will tell people, um, I am a lone wolf. I love people. I associate with people. I connect with people. I'm down with people, but I do me. And if somebody does something I don't agree with, I won't co-sign with it. I'll fight the whole force for what I stand in, which is I'm gonna do what Chuck wants. And I don't like what you doing. I'm not messing with it. I'm not messing with you. I'm not gonna co-sign. I don't come here. Hey, what's going on, Petway boy? How do I say that? Do I say Petway boy? Nothing much. I'm just for me. If you want to know, I just like to talk about just having fun and being happy. I go all over the different spheres, the manospheres, all over. Whoever want to have a good conversation with me, I'm always down. So for me, what's going on is just I'm just thinking about how great my day is going to be. I just think about how fantastic life is going to be, what I'm going to do to laugh. I think I'm going to do drink some whiskey later, maybe hang with some friends. That's what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to work out a little bit. I'm going to do some, try to do a backflip and do the. I'm joking, but yeah, I just my whole thing is how I feel in general is, and what I think about is why worry about what other people are doing? Why even care? How do I? Yeah, that's really what I think about. I want to say it correctly, so I'm gonna say that pet way boy pet. Did I say it right? I don't know. So anyway, I'm always focusing. This. Okay, I love to listen to people because if people don't know, I'm a good guy, but I troll people in a loving way. But I'm not trolling them just to mess with them. I like to troll people to get you to think. I want you to think about what you're saying. Do you really think about what you're saying? And I don't feel great like doing it, but it's funny. So sometimes I start messing with people because sometimes people say so much adamantly. They're so on Mount Pontification. They're so on, I've studied this and you don't know what you're talking about. And then I try to tell people, listen, a lot of stuff is just belief. Belief is not a fact. You believe something. A fact can be measured and proven and repeated. But if you can't measure it and you can't repeat it, if you can't redo it, then it's just a belief. We don't know. You do. I'm assuming this is what I know from what I know. I wasn't born in 1492. I know what the books say, and they can go by the books, but we ain't got no pictures. We have no documented evidence. We got to believe that these books are accurate. That's what we have to believe. But if we don't have like DNA and photographic video evidence, can we actually say it's true? But we can prove that 2 + 2 = 4, and 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 = 4, right? And what is two squared? So we can prove certain things because we can repeat it and do it over and over again. But a lot of stuff that people try to say is factual. Well, you just know what you've been told and you choose to believe it. But if you can't actually participate it, if you can't actually do it, then you believe. So when you say that the only way to live right is by what this holy doctrine book says, no, that's what you choose to believe. But can you can you prove? Can you accurately say that whatever your divine supreme being wrote it? Can you prove that, or do you believe it? So I don't really like getting into certain dialogues with people because we argue over stuff we can't prove. You can't prove it. You can go by what you observed and from your observation. It seems like this people or that people does this and that. It seems like it. You can believe it, but you don't know for sure. So that's why I don't ever argue from a point of I know for sure, because a lot of things I don't know. I don't know what makes most men happy. I mean, I know what makes me happy, and I can assume I know, but I don't know. I don't know what most women want. I don't. I can assume. I think a lot of women want security. I can say that, but I don't know for sure. So I don't ever argue. I don't ever argue from the point of I know. And a lot of people, they're so unhappy because what they believe, something they can't prove. Something, listen to me. What they believe of how it should be and how you should feel because that's what they've seen, then they're angry. Listen, you're angry. This is a joke, but you're angry because you've seen a man come down the street wearing a bikini. Men shouldn't do that. Why? I'm not saying they should, but you believe they shouldn't. Well, men don't do that. Who told you the men didn't do that? Who told you? Somebody else told you men didn't do that. But let's go back in the past. Should a man wear lipstick and makeup and wigs? We're gonna say he shouldn't. But we go back in the past. All these men were wearing makeup and wigs and lipstick and stockings and ruffles. But today you wear it. You'd be feminine. You go back to Scotland or Ireland. They're wearing kilts and stuff. Now, if you wear it, it'd be a dress. So I'm not saying nobody should wear anything, because think about it. Society, culture shapes beliefs, but beliefs aren't always concrete. It's what somebody believes in a supreme being or a God or Allah or Yahweh or whatever term you want to use that you think, Ptah, whatever term, somebody else doesn't. Who is right in the way they see it? Who? I just want to know who's correct. And does that make you angry because they don't believe in your deity? If they don't believe in your Buddhist Zen state, are they wrong? So stop. Listen. Focus on you. Let them live in a fantasy. My fantasy is all the ladies want me. That's my fantasy. Charles is it, and they'll accept it. That's my fantasy. It may not be my reality, but so many people are unhappy because their mind. Well, if he doesn't do this, he doesn't love me. Man, she didn't love you because she don't call you. Man, your mind is stopping you. Listen, I I understand that people may have a certain image of how they think life should be. I have an image. I want life to be this way. Rock this way. That's what I think. But I can't control it. I can just control me. I can control how I let things impact and affect me. And I choose not to let things I can't control affect me. I can get bothered, but one thing, as long as I can move, I can always um, extricate. In other words, I can always remove myself from the situation. So I don't ever really worry about it. I don't have to turn on the TV set to hear bad news. I don't have to watch the negative people on YouTube. I don't. I want to watch the good people to make me laugh and smile. That's what I'm about. So even when I get into conversations, sometimes I poke the bear. I poke the bear. I do. I poke them. But it's just because it's funny. A lot of people are so caught up in, "Rrr." So you're gonna be, "Rrr, let me rrr with you." But I'm not. I'm pretty happy. The only I want to lift up is Mojnor, Thor's hammer, and I want to strike you with the wrath of the God of Thunder. That's what I'm about, though. Anyway, I've said a lot of nothing. Um, my whole premise, my whole thing. I just wanted to go live and say some things. Don't let the stuff that you can't control bother you. Listen, I don't smoke cigarettes, but if you want to, it's cool. If you want to puff on the Buddha, you do that. I don't, but I'm not telling you not to do it. If you want to shave the hair off on your face or wear a beard, you do it. You got to do what's right for you. That's what I tell everyone. Do what's right for you. Figure out what's going to make you happy. If you, let me start. I'm gonna say something I probably shouldn't say, but I'm gonna talk about it just for a little bit. Um, I watch YouTube, and I can't ignore what pops up on YouTube, and My brother, the Kwame Brown, has been trending on the YouTube, so I'm going to speak about it just a little bit. I'm going to talk about it now. People, I guess, have been talking pretty not great about the brother in the past, so now he retaliates. But that's one thing about freedom of speech. I want freedom of speech. People can talk good or bad about you. However, if you say something about someone, be ready for the repercussions. Don't throw what you can't take. So that's why you really don't hear me talking bad about people. Like somebody would say something and I may like it. I may not like it. But in general, I try not to put people's names in my mouth. I really don't like want to. What's going on, brother? See how are you, brother Ray? I hope you're feeling great. Uh, what's right is left-handed. Cigarettes. Oh, oh, Nikki, what's going on? Um, I just think that in general, you, I, I don't really say bad stuff about people because not that anybody can say something bad about me. It don't bother me no which way. So if you ever really want to make some Charles Suck troll videos, I will co-sign them. You can talk all bad. I don't mind. Go ahead and dox me. I'm joking, but I don't really care. But the point that I'm making is you can't ever say something about someone else without getting some type of uh people can freedom of speech. People are free to say what they want to say. So for me, I just want to tell you I love you. You're great. I may not agree with your points. We can argue that, but I never want to make it personal because, I may think you suck as an individual, but that's just my personal perspective of you. But it doesn't mean that you suck. Just I think you suck. But anything else, I have nothing. I don't have to like a person to be amicable or to have a discourse with them. There's a lot of people who don't think like I think. I'm kind of a free willy. You like it, I love it. I don't care if you want to marry a train station. That's on you. I think it's kind of crazy, but hey, you may love the choo choo. You know what I mean? You may because the station had a lot of trains going in. Maybe you like the trains. But anyway, that's just my focus is don't let your mind stop you from being happy. Focus on what's going to make you happy. Don't be a prisoner in your own mind. Try to be oblivious to the world and figure out what's going to make you happy. Listen, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom or if you want to be a boss woman, that's your choice. I'm never going to tell you that you're out of order because I want people to be happy in their lives and be ready to accept whatever consequences that come from your actions. I don't care what people do. If you want to stay in America or go to another country because you don't like Babylon, that's your choice. You are happy or unhappy due to you. I love California. I love it. Some people may hate California. Some people may love Texas or Nevada or Pennsylvania, South Dakota or North Dakota, or North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia, Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, Kentucky, Idaho, Massachusetts, Georgia. I can keep going on. Utah, Omaha, Nebraska. They can love these places, but it doesn't. It's your mind. It's your mind. Your mind. Your mind. Your mind is your greatest asset. It is your ultimate tool. Strengthen your mind. Learn to not let things that you don't care about bother you, and concern yourself with stuff that you care about. And what other people think, don't let it bother you. You got to learn to have a mental. People always talk about the physical health, but you really got to work on your mental health. You got to work on your I should not say aptitude, but uh, your mental flexibility, your mental agility, the ability to deal with situations. Go through training. Like, what if this happened? And learn to deal with it before it happens. So when something happens, you can deal with it. And a lot of people will always say, you never know, but you can think about it. I can have a child. This is not. I don't have any children, but if I can have a child, and my child could go out in the street and get hit by a car and die. That's something I hope would never happen. But I know that it could happen. So I think about things like that so I can be mentally strong and be prepared. I'm not saying that people, no matter what, you're going to have to deal with shock, but you can control that. And I'm not telling people, I will never tell somebody not to feel. I want to feel. Listen, unlike most people, I love to say I love people. I love all of you. I love the one person or the 50 people who listen to me. I love them. I love you, Nikki, brother CRU. Petaway boy, just for you guys coming and listening to me means so much to me, and people don't know it. But so many people are so afraid of showing that they love people. I love lots of people on YouTube. I love people. I don't even talk to them like that because I, I don't want to mess up their flow, and I don't want them to chew my head off. But but I love people. So how I think about things is, what can I do to make you happy? And if you're not feeling great, just think about me. Charles loves me. I know I can hit Charles up and he's gonna get back at me. And that's what I want you to feel. And sometimes where I suck at is I don't know how to sacrifice uh my time for people I love. It's not, and I don't know how to be controlled. Like, that's my problem. And I think that's why I butt heads with like some ladies sometimes, because they want you to show love only to them in a certain way, and I understand it, but I really don't agree with it in a certain way. Meaning, if I'm married, right? And Nikki's my friend, and Nikki wants to go out. I'm gonna go out with Nikki. Now my wife, where you going with Nikki? Because she's my friend. Well, I don't trust you. Then you need to go. That's what it is. So I'm not if I'm not trying to tell people what to do, and I don't get jealous. I don't get envious because I know I can't control what other people do. I got into a great argument on Brother Platt's channel where the dude saying I want straight. He said I want to control my woman. And I said you can't ever control women. Man, you can't control what somebody does behind your back. So why even try? Because all you can do is trust what somebody's going to tell you they're going to do, but they're still free to do what they want to do. So I don't ever worry about that. I just worry the most about how people treat me. Are you loving to me? Are you kind to me? Are you there for me when I need you to be there? And I don't need you all the time because I know you have a life outside of me. So I'm always trying to tell people, control your mind, control your mind. It's a movie, The Upside of Anger. You guys really need to watch it. This woman thought her husband left. The woman thought the husband left her for another woman. She was so angry. She was just miserable, mad this piece of bad dude my husband was. And at the end of the movie, at the at the end of the movie, come to find out the husband was dead in the backyard and she didn't know it. And her mind was messing her up. The mind will mess you up. It's another movie that you guys should watch. I'll bring it up. Chasing Amy. You need to watch that movie where Ben Affleck met this girl, and I think she was a lesbian, but she got with Ben Affleck and fall in love, and they was having a beautiful relationship. Then Ben Affleck comes to find out that she was wild in high school. She was getting down with the dudes, and she was doing a lot of blowjobs with lots of dudes. Hold on. Ooh, I need to drink. My voice getting dry. But he couldn't deal with that. His mind made him unhappy. His mind made him unhappy. All due to the fact that a girl he was happy with, that he was having a fantastic relationship with, as soon as he found out some bad news, now he can't be happy with her. See, the power of mind. What if he didn't know none of that? He would have been just as happy, floating off into the sunset, being great. And that's what I want people to understand, that you got to just learn that no matter what comes from the outside, whatever comes from the outside, it shouldn't mess up your moment of now. I don't care I don't listen to gossip about nobody I love because it don't matter. And even if you say it, do it stop me from loving them? No, it doesn't. I like what Nikki just said. Hold on, I'm going to start reading. Seems like people have the hardest time accepting the consequences of their decisions. They want to do what they want to do, void of consequences. I agree with that. See, that's why I don't do things, because I know people can do something back to me. I love you too. And or listen too slow. Okay. Nikki says, I strongly believe that's why people are so unhappy and frustrated. They're constantly trying to control that which they can't. Why? It's abandonment issues or what? What was the first movie about the husband dead? It's called The Upside of Anger. And I can't remember who starred in it. I really want to say like a Robert Redford or somebody. I don't know. I told you, bro, you mad. I smashed your chick. Let's fix that. Here's a new chick. I smashed her too. Yeah, I agree. I don't care. I'm not worried about what a woman did before me or after me. I just worry about how she treats me. Is she loving to me? Is she kind? Is she friendly? Does it feel good to me? I don't care if she been with one dude, 0 dudes, or 1,000 dudes. What does that got to do with anything? I don't care. I just care about, like, a lot of dudes have issues, and I'm not knocking people to monitoring their finances and not being played. But let's say I was a millionaire and I just meet this chick and we just vibe, you know, and she got 2 kids. I'm not recommending it, but if we just fell in love, if that happens, and I would be happy because that's what I want. But people try to shame people for their own choices. I don't listen. I'm not shaming nobody for nothing. Just find your own happiness. If you want to be single, if you want to be a player, or if a woman wants to be what they call a spinster or whatever, do what makes you happy. And people don't like that. And just find somebody that you're compatible with and connect. The problem is we try to change people. And that's the problem. I'm not trying to change anyone. Let them change themselves. I don't really hold grudges. I don't have the answers to it. And Charles, I have plenty of morals. My morals, I don't want to steal from people. I don't want to lie to people. I don't want to hurt people. That's that's what I think. So I don't know what to tell people. I just don't let your mind stop you from being happy. Don't let your mind uh quell your happiness, and just do what it takes. Get out of that funk. I am not a medical doctor. I'm not some psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. But if you're going through something, find some help. Professional, family, friends. Find somebody that lives the life that you want and connect with them. I don't, that's what I would tell people because I never want people to be down. I want you to feel fantastic. I want you to feel special. Sir, the ism, Jack. Yeah. That's it. I didn't, yeah. Man, whenever I see my brother ism, see that's just what I think though, man. You got to figure out what's right for you, man. I don't understand a lot of people. I don't understand what get people down. Life is too great. You are too excellent. You are too special. You are fantastic. Don't ever let nobody tell you nothing. You can win. Listen, I tell people this. Let's say it was 100, it could be 100 women, right? And I got this by 10. I'm going to 11. I can get to 99 I, and get this by all 100. I said, let me try it again because you never know. You never know how somebody's going to feel tomorrow. So a lot of people get downtrodden. They get beat. And you unhappy. And I gotta go somewhere. You are the shit. Don't think you are not the shit. You are it. That's what I think about all of you. Don't ever let somebody tell you that you are less than that. You are the shit. No, I don't listen. I don't care. Listen, can't nobody ever diminish who you are. I don't care if you just got a box and toilet paper. At least you can wipe your ass. You are somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. I'm just telling you. That's what this is my thoughts. So I respect people. I love people, and I don't ever want you to think that you ain't somebody. You are somebody, and you can be happy. Don't ever let, oh man, I don't have $1 million. Man, ain't nobody love. Man, I love you. I don't know. I got to take this from my brother Ism. If nobody loves you, I do. What do you say? If nobody loves you, Ism does. I love that. That's what I'm about. I just want you to feel great. Don't let your mind put you in a prison. You can escape. You are somebody. Don't ever let nobody tell you different. Don't be like, woe is me, because it's always going to be somebody who don't feel what you're saying. There's going to be somebody that's going to say something negative, put you down, slap you in the face with their words or whatever. Man, let it be like water off a duck's back. Because you are the shit. Sorry, I just got to say that sometimes. People don't understand how beautiful, how excellent, how awesome, how special you. Ain't nobody like you. Don't ever let your mind make you think that you ain't the best. Nobody is better than you. No one can do it like you. And I get it, man. I get it. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Live your best life, man. I'm telling you, it's a lot of people. When people make it, you know what I do? I clap for them, and I say I can do it. And maybe I ain't gonna get that same chance, but maybe I can. Like, okay, for let's just jokes, but this is the truth. Let's say I thought I could have made it to the NBA, but I didn't make it to the NBA. But you know what I can do? I can start my own league, bro. I can get my homies and let these NBA players see me balling like I do, and be like, damn, that dude got game, man. We slept on him. That's what you got to do. Sometimes you can't win in somebody else's league. Create your own league. So don't ever think somebody's out of your league because they're not in your league. You get what I'm saying? You are the league. I tell people just to make jokes. I say, somebody said, you're not on my level. I'm like, we're not in the same league, homie. I'm playing my own game. You over there. When you want to get in my league, come on over here. So don't ever, like, that's one thing I feel. And I had to tell people, this is how I think. And this is nothing negative to say about anyone, but I show respect to everyone. I don't care if you got 1 million subscribers or one. You are always free to talk to me. That's how I think about everything. You know what I mean? That's what I think. I don't even care. You are all special. You are all fantastic. You are all incredible. Do everything you can do it, and learn to control your mind. Make your mind strong. Don't let somebody bother you by what they say. I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, sometimes somebody gonna say something that you think is disrespectful. By all means, check them. Hey, I don't get down with that. But one thing I will say is I don't even acknowledge that you disrespected me, because who are you anyway in the big scheme of things? If you ain't putting no money in my pocket, then why worry about what you think? You can call me any which way word you want to say, any which way you want to say it. But I tell you this, keep that same energy if you ever see me in real life. That's it. Because I give you the same tone that you give me, but I don't engage with people because they're not worthy. They are not worthy. They are not worth your time. And then when it's time and in place, you can finish them, like your Mortal Kombat fatality. That's what I think. That's what I think. That's what I'm about. That's it. I'm sorry. I'm like I hold like I got a lot of passion, and my passion is that I wish I could bless everyone. I wish I could bless all of you, give you $1 million and get you all the men and women or the accolades and stuff that you want and deserve. I wish I could do that for you. I wish I could, but I can't always make people see it how I see it. But what I can tell you is that don't ever let nobody make you think that you are less incredible than the excellent you that you are. That's what I think. You got to be mentally strong. You got to understand that no matter what, people are afraid to do what they're going to do. So listen, I tell people, some people don't like what I'm about to say because a lot of these dudes, I'm not dissing men, I love my brothers, but a lot of you think that you can actually control the chick. Listen, all you can do is get a chick to do what you want her to do for you. But everybody is free to go. You know what I mean? They got to want to be there. And if you're going to try to shackle, lock, make her a slave, she going to resent you. But when the game is great, when she just like, man, I'm winning in life with you, she going to want to be there. If you want to have any type of control, that's the control right there. Make being around you excellent every single time. And if they're not happy, let them go. Because if they can find something better, by all means, listen, if I'm worth $1 million and the other person over there is worth $1 billion, and you think you can get that billion, I want you to be loyal, but I'm not knocking you for trying to get that billion. And if you get it, it's all good. But understand, you got to make a choice. Are you ready to leave this for sure million for that hypothetical billion? And if you want to try that, that's the game. That's the game of life. And a lot of people ain't really ready to play the game of life. You're trying to make it safe. Ain't nobody ever made it in life did it safe all the way. Never. It's always a risk that has to be taken. Listen, I don't care if you buy a stock, it can rise and fall. Crypto can rise and fall. Houses can appreciate and depreciate. And I hear a line that people say, name, you know what I'm talking about. Name uh, any type of product that appreciates over time. And there are plenty houses, arts, cars. So you never know. It's all a risk. You can buy a pair of Air Jordans, and 3 years later, the Air Jordans that cost you $100 may be worth 3,000, but it's no guarantee. So don't ever let somebody try to pigeonhole you into how you're supposed to live your life. I'm not ever gonna tell you that. I tell people this: if you want to be a player or you want to be a square, if you want to be married or single, if you want to be a stepdad or be little future, you do that. Just make sure you're ready to live your life and take responsibility for the choices you make and live in your truth, which I'm not gonna do, but you got to figure it out. Hey, KC, what's going on? So all it is, I tell everybody, figure out how to be happy, whatever it is. I don't care what your religious views are or not. I don't care, atheist, agnostic, Pentecostal, Catholic, Jewish, Buddhist, Zen, whatever you are. Just figure out what's going to take for you to be happy and don't worry about what other people do. Because if you worry about what other people do, you forever be trying to chase somebody else's validation and approval. And I'm not saying you shouldn't get approval because I want you to tell me that I'm unbelievably handsome. I want you to say that to me. But hey, the Roger Report, much respect to you. I just tell people, man, you got to just stand in your truth and don't worry about what other people do because it's always going to be somebody doing something um, other than you. It's always going to be somebody that's not going to do what you do. And I must say, no matter what somebody says outside of you, you are excellent, you are awesome, and accept responsibilities for what you do. That's it. So as long as you are able to take care of you and accept responsibility to you, don't ever let somebody make you feel less than what you are. Because I'm gonna tell anybody, no matter what you're going through, I may not approve of what you do, I may not like what you do, but I never lose love for you because I love your humanity. I love that you exist, you are special, and the world is better because of you. People can learn, be it good or bad. You can be somebody that we can learn from. I can learn from you. Man, I've been I've tried for all y'all just popped up, man. I feel honored, humbled, blessed, and I appreciate it because how I think in life is, and I just want to get people to understand that you got to focus on what life you want and make it happen. Don't let how you think life should be make you unhappy. Focus on the life you want and create that. Because listen, I don't have how life should be for you. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. And I can't look at the dude that got I'm not first. I will say this. I think everybody should try to get all they can get that's good for them in their life. So if you want to be a millionaire, I'm clapping for you. I'm never going to tell you not to be a millionaire. I'm never going to tell you that. If your focus is to get married at 25, I'm all for you. I applaud you for that. However, what I will say is this: don't ever think that because you have not lived up to somebody else's expectations that you should not be happy with you. Because Mental strength is everything. And if you can learn to love yourself, if you stop trying to hold yourself to unrealistic, I'm saying, listen, unrealistic standards. I'm not talking about realistic standards because some standards are extremely realistic, So, like, for instance, let's say this: there is an average median income, right? Medium. So, being above or below, as long as you earn it, you're doing what's expected of you from society. So, now you can be mad at yourself and say, "Damn it, I'm making 40,000. I should be making 70." But why would you be mad at that? Because as long as you're doing your best, what more can you do? So all you can do is your best. Do your best in everything that you do, and it will work out all right. Listen, somebody else is not going to wash their clothes, and you can't get mad at them because it ain't your clothes. Let them not wash their clothes. If they want to be stinky, you ain't got to like it. You can stay away from them. Don't associate with those type of people. That's how I think in my life. That's just my focus. My focus is I just want you to feel great. I just want to love you. I want you to feel fantastic. I want you to feel special. I want you to feel like you can change the world however you change it with you. If you want to change the world, change yourself first. So let me show some love. Like Sister Casey, Brother Roger, Ism, Brother Crew, all y'all are doing something to make the world that you want. And I respect that. I respect that. I respect that so much. And my whole thing, my whole everything is just to get people to know that no matter what, if you want to be happy, you got to start with loving yourself. If you don't love yourself, how you going to expect somebody else outside of to love you? And how you start loving yourself is just, hey, Alicia, I hope you're feeling great. How you start loving yourself is just accept that, we are all humans. We all have flaws. We all make mistakes. We all can't be perfect, right? But just try to live a better day tomorrow. And once you learn to love yourself and be happy with you, it's infectious. It spreads. It's like how's the best way I can explain it so it makes sense because I've been running my mouth so long. What I would say is this: no matter what anybody says, I know we can all get sad, we can all get lonely, we all need help. I get all that. But first, you know what? Just be thankful because there's some people that don't got nothing. So just be thankful that you got something. Do what it takes for you to feel great. Don't ever let somebody make you feel less than who you are. Learn to control your mind. Learn to not worry about stuff you can't control and focus on what you can. And if you really want to make the change the world with you. You can. The internet, YouTube has given people the power to put their messages out there. Just put it out hard. So put out what you think. And I tell everybody, don't ever think that you are not the shit. All of you are incredible. Don't ever think that you ain't somebody because you are. Don't ever let somebody take that from you. There's no perfect person that I've ever met. I ain't never met Jesus in the flesh. So I ain't met nobody perfect, but we can all strive for perfection and be the perfect person that you can be, whoever that is to you in your mind. If you want to be like me and have a six pack and flex, and be like, I'm incredibly handsome. I'm joking. Then you can do that. But if you just want to just feel great and live your best life and go to work and invest in stock and buy a house and take care of your wife and kids or your children or whatever you do, then do that. Just figure out how you're going to live your best life and don't worry about what you can't control. Hey, we ain't all going to become millionaires, but we can all strive to. We ain't all going to be YouTube celebrities. We ain't all going to be able to give people the best advice. I'm not smarter than any of you. I think I'm pretty intelligent though, but I can't tell you that I'm more smart than people I've never met. I just worry about being the smartest I can be and learning as much as I can be and trying to be the best, the most positive, the most impactful. I said impactful, the most impactful person I can be. And I'm focusing every day on just changing me, trying to change me into the Charles that I want. That's it. That's my focus. Now, what I will do, because I've been thinking about going along, but since so many people, like it's three, but because people are here, if somebody wants to have a dialogue and talk about whatever, we can talk about it. I'll post the link in the chat and we can have a conversation if you want. But if nobody pops up, then I won't go for long because I've said a lot, and I don't know if anything I've said is really, what do you call it, really going to change it, or not that I really want to change it, but thought provoking. And I always want to be thought provoking. But this is what I do because maybe somebody will come talk to me. So if you want to come talk, we can talk. I posted the link in the chat. So if you want to come chit chatter, and we can talk about whatever. What Nikki said, even at ADO's women, I feel like we're not allowed to be confident and happy. People trying to humble us. Okay, all right. Like that. Even at ADO's women, I feel like we're not allowed to be confident and happy. People live to try to humble us by knocking us down a notch. This is what I say. Um, I think that a lot of men believe that a lot of women have unrealistic expectations. However, a lot of men have unrealistic expectations. A lot of people, I could go so deep in this, but I'm not. Because I feel like this: people got to learn. Uh, how can I explain this? Because that's a really good statement, and I'm leaving that because I really like what you said. Even the ADOS women. Okay, for my sisters, I love y'all, and I do believe that when it comes to uh, the world, the black man is not really uh, given the same amount of respect overall, societal wise, or as the sisters. So a lot of black men, and this is I can't speak for all, but feel like that if sisters work with them, the community be much stronger. And to a certain degree, I agree with that statement. But I'm not into knocking anyone down. However, I am into getting people to appreciate the people that are in their community and associate with them. But I always make the caveat is love people who love you. So I can't tell any woman how she should live her life. I understand the difference between nature or nurture. This is what I said. I should do a video about this. It's it's natural for you to be a mother, but you have to be taught to be a wife. So wife is a social construct. So a lot of people are still going by where maybe their religious beliefs, how they've been brought up. And I'm not knocking marriage or anything. I totally support people who want to do that. But you understand that if you're not raised to be a wife or a husband, it's kind of difficult to have those type of situations because today most people are not taught to be wife or husbands, and so you got a lot of, be it, I can speak for women, but I can speak for the men. It's a lot of men that are bitter, and when men are, they're not bitter in just explicitly or straight at women. They feel like, I've been taught to do this and this and this and this, and women should like me, but now their counterpart um are not connecting with them, and then they're not living up to the standards or the social standards that have been displayed. So let's say a man wants a family, right? A man wants a family, and a man wants to have children, but he finds a woman, and she already has children. And will she have children for this man? And can he afford uh, to raise somebody else's children? And there's a lot of women that don't want certain men. So you got a lot of people that's bitter. I'm speaking for the man. I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm just trying to use that thing because you said even the ADLs women. I feel that we're not allowed to be confident and happy. People try to humble us by knocking us down a notch. And I don't disagree with that, but I'm just speaking from the biased male's perspective because I understand men, that it's it's like a lot of men. I'm a man. I find that some women, I can't say all because I don't know all, but I find a lot of women that aren't always um, cooperative. That's the best word to use. And but there are probably a lot of cooperative women, and so when you have a belief or how you think things should be, it's kind of hard to defeat that programming because you've been taught that this is how life should be. You've been taught that, okay, I'm dated this man, he should marry me now, and then he doesn't marry you, you're angry. But the man can say, well, you don't act like a wife, but now he's the bad guy. But it could be vice versa for a woman. I would love to hear a woman's thought because I can't speak for women. I can speak for men, and I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just telling you from my perspective what I think. I really like what you said because um, I I love my sister just like I love my brothers, but I love humanity too. But do I do know a lot. Just see, I'm a man, so I most of the brothers I meet are really nice. I don't really meet that many angry black men, and the term that I hate to use, I've met a lot of nice sisters, but I met a lot of mean sisters too. So how do you change uh stereotypes or perspective if that's what people are in? And a lot of, like, let's use now you gonna have me go in, like BGS, or even Roger, or um Green Gorilla, or a lot of brothers. They show a certain perspective that um is not necessarily, it's not really fabricated. Okay, ADOS. Let me see what Roger says. Roger says, ADOS women choose to feel any way they want. American society is not making an effort to stop them from much of anything. Um, I, I, I can't, like, I don't, okay, I understand your statement. I don't, I want to say that you're absolutely correct. I want to, but I don't have enough research on that. I do think that they give, uh, sisters have a lot of power in society where black men in general don't have that same leverage. I'll say that. And I can't argue that the political power, especially in the black community, lies with the sisters. So I will say that it's for us to have a balanced society, one group can't have all the power. So there is, even though people may not agree, there is what's the term to use? There is a imbalance in the Black community, and we're speaking specifically about our community. I can speak worldwide or other communities, but it because of the imbalance and because of just years of history. You can read the Moynihan Report, or you can read E. Franklin Fraser's books. You can read Sisters, Daughters of the Trade. You can read the American Slave Coast. You can read the book White Trash. You can read all these books that societal wise, they have kind of promoted sisters um, over the brother. So I think that a lot of brothers want sisters to work with them. So they're going out of their way to make sure that sisters understand that if you want a Black community, then we need to work together. And one side can't have all the powers. And then they're saying, because since, let's say, since the 1960s up to present, most of Black families have been dominated by women. And if you want, I guess I'm saying, you guys are having a conversation with me. If you want a different outcome, then we need to change, because we keep trying to have a community, but you don't change how you do it. It's crazy. That's uh, okay. Roger says a feeling is a feeling, but feelings are not necessarily a reflection of reality, and I totally agree with that. I am not an expert. I've read a lot, but I'm not somebody who does this professionally. I don't research everything. Like, I try to look at everything objectively, and I okay, for me, like, I try to listen to a lot of the shows, like the Leaf Lapeef Let's Talk. I listen to Kevin Samuels. I listen to a lot of brothers, and I listen to some sisters, especially if, like, I listen to the breakdown. I listen to the Habitual Line Steppers. I listen to Brother Kid. I listen to a lot of people, right? And I wish I had like, I want to hear more conversations where people are open to have dialogues without being slanderous, just trying to get somebody else's perspective. I love to, since you guys are, I would love to see a Black community where everybody work together. It's cool to have disagreements. It's cool to try to figure out how we're going to make it work. I don't have the answers for that. But I do believe that you need to have some type of agreement that people function in. But however, a lot of people don't have that same level of functionality. So many people, because maybe they're bitter. They don't know how to really have conversations. And then it becomes lopsided. Like, for instance, let's say I really want to smoke. So how I feel is that if somebody really, let's say, is a woman who has a different position from what I'm speaking about right now, you don't like. I'm a person who love to talk to women. I want to understand. Like, it's a lot of horrible men. There's a lot of, probably, I'm assuming there's a lot of horrible women. I haven't really dealt with that many, but there's a lot of women that I have dealt with that are not really very agreeable when it comes to interaction, especially with Black men in general. And it's not to be slanderous, is not to diminish anyone. I'm just saying that if you should be able to have a dialogue and a conversation where both people understand each other and where they're coming from. That's what I want. I don't come on here to just change women and smash women and say, "You don't know, you ladies." But I will say that, just like a lot of men, like, I think I know how to be a man. I think I know how to be a provider. But am I necessarily a husband? And I don't think that a lot of women act like wives. That's just my perspective. That's just how I see things. Right or wrong, I don't know. I don't know. So I think that's when you need to have a conversation. That's when I would love to have a conversation, but I like to have a conversation with solutions. Like, it's cool to talk. It's cool for people to feel vehemently about something, and they're so passionate that they want to get their point across. But for me, how I want is, or what I think is, I want people um, just try to understand other people. Like, I want to understand why you make your choices. So that's really, why do you choose to? Well, I say, I'm not open to any dialogue with people that are just going to dismiss me and my point of view. That's not even a conversation. One of the many reasons I no longer partake. But let's say you wanted to talk with me one on one. I always will listen to what you say. I love that. Like, if you ever just want to have a conversation with me, and we could talk about whatever, because I don't know. Um, we all have different experiences, and the way that you feel is your feelings, and it doesn't mean that you're wrong, because we all have different. Like, a lot of people try to say that truth isn't. Uh, Truth is relative. Science proves that. Like, the speed of light changes on your stance or your motion of how it is. Now, from the same position, it always looks a certain way, but from a different position, it's different. So you can be on a train and observe things hitting some at the same time, but in a different perspective, one hit before the other, and or vice versa. So a lot of times people talk about stuff, but they really are saying it from their lens. And I'm ignorant. I don't know a lot of stuff. I'm very, very ignorant. I'm always open to learn somebody else's perspective, because that's how you learn and grow. You got to hear people who don't think like you, who can educate you on how they see it. And then either you guys can agree or disagree. But even if you disagree, it can be civil. I don't have to call you names. Like, I'm not knocking. If you okay, I listen to Roger, and certain things Roger says, I don't always agree with, but I understand his perspective. Just like certain things that I probably say he won't agree with. I don't. Let's say a woman. Okay, I don't know who made this argument, but I'll say this. Back in the past, it wasn't just a nuclear family; it was a clan. And in certain cultures, is polyamorous type relationships. So where they don't even know who the fathers are. So I'm not here to tell people how life should be, because we can only go back so far. Relatively, we really only have, when it comes to accurate, especially when it comes to the lower classes, accurate information of demographics. It's really less than 100 years. I really want to say that they really can say, uh, you guys really need it's a book, Marriage: A History by Stephanie Kuntz. Most people have not read it, but if you read it, it'll show you that the golden age of the nuclear family was really very, very brief. Marriage was very, very small and slow. Very, very slow. It appreciated after World War II, but before that, it wasn't as prevalent. In the 1950s was, quote unquote, the golden age. So that's how I think that sometimes people talk about how they feel, and I never knock feelings, because I'm human. I feel a lot of things, but what I want when I interact with people is to to just learn. Like, I don't come up here trying to tell people how to live their life. I don't know. I don't know what's right and wrong for you. I wish I could solve all the ills of the world. And my number one thing in trying to what I would wish that people would do is not worry about stuff they can't control. Control yourself and figure out how to live your best life. Stop coming from the victim mentality and stop blaming people for your own choices. Nobody told you. Like, you choose to do what you choose to do, especially once you're an adult, whatever consensus age we want to say um, an adult is. Whatever age you want to say that you are an adult is your choice. It's your choice to have a baby or not. It's your choice to get married or not. It's your choice. So a lot of things that um, I I don't really get on people, because I know a lot of people. Um, it's from ignorance. It's from not knowing. Like, I can actually say that parents today failed teaching their children, their boys and girls, how to be husbands and wives. Like, I think I would be a great husband, but you have to be taught how to be a certain way. You got to be taught discipline, and then you got so much external programming that teaches us to think a certain way, that we start thinking this is how we should be. And if you choose to do that, then are you ready for the repercussions of the action that you make? Are you guys ready for that? Um, what's going on? A lot of what the writer says. What's going on, PGS? He says a lot of people don't want to change. They just want others to change for their benefit. That's why many people do not join progressive conversation. Um, I tell people, and I always say this: I'm always open for anyone, because I'm a student more than anything. I listen a lot and I joke a lot, but most of the time I'm trying to understand other people's perspectives, and especially when somebody says, "Hey, read this book," I'm going to go read this book, because I know I don't know. I try to not be abrasive. I try not to because I don't know your situation. Maybe you were married, or maybe a dude lied to you. I don't know, and then you left. Whatever happens, whatever. But I forgive you, because we all make mistakes. But what I will say for most people is, you have to be honest about your situation and be ready to accept your lot in life. I am not perfect at all. I am not perfect. I'm a perpetual student. Nikki, I can learn so much from you. I learned so much from BGS. I learned so much from Roger. I learned so much from Green Gorilla. I learned so much from so many different people, and even people from different ladies. I really wish I could just have conversations where isn't like I'm not knocking people for trolling. If you want to curse and do that, 'cause, I tell you right now, I think all of you are incredible. I love you all, and I tell people this. I'm about to go off on a tangent just for a second. All of you are the shit. Don't ever think that you are not. But going back to what I'm saying is, you just got to be able to understand that life is a learning experience, and you got to do whatever's best for you, that is not going to be detrimental for the community. So that's what I think. I think that sometimes people's programming of thinking, you think that it's put out there, like, Most people don't even know what the average real. Okay, BGS. I gotta steal this from him. Post pandemic, all these people lost jobs. Do you really know what the real actual medium income is? Do you, especially for the Black community? How do you remember? Medium means middle. So think about this. How many people do you really think now, post pandemic, are making, Black men that are making $30,000? And how many people won't date a man that doesn't make a certain amount of money? Because I know a lot of people that's out of work. Trust that. Trust that. I know people that don't even want to go back to work. That's what it is. So jobs are, automation is rolling in so heavy. If I could really tell you guys about some of the stuff, some of these jobs will never come back. Never, never. So somebody who's making uh, $50,000 is really in the is up there. 60,000. That's gonna be. It's getting even rarer. And everybody think money is so easy. It is not that easy. Listen, I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers for you. I wish I did. But what I will say is, how I feel about things is, I just want to, I like to have conversations. I want to learn. I'm a perpetual student. I don't know what's going on, but hey, that's how you learn. What's going on? Like, I tell anybody who wants to come up here and have a dialogue about whatever, we can talk about because I think sometimes programming can be good, but can you analyze the programming? Do you understand the difference between nature and nurture? You understand people do stuff, uh, a lot of stuff. There's a reason why. A lot of people don't really study history, and you don't like. Now I'm a student. You don't really, like, you don't have to be the biggest study or geopolitics, World Economic Forum study guy. But if you just look at what's the main news topics, what's trending, go to a couple of sites, then you get a bigger understanding of the world. You start understanding how power works. What is power? What is power? The control of what? People, right? I mean, in general, that's what power is, making things happen, correct? So how do I maintain power? Well, you maintain power through people. So what do you do when your population is diminishing? You need to get the population to replenish itself. So how do I get that? You got to make sure there's some incentive. So of course, since women give birth, they got to give incentive for the ladies to have children, right? So a lot of things happen for the benefit of the ladies, because if it was not an incentive, would you have children? Just imagine if they gave us, the men, gave me a birth control pill, gave all the men birth control pill. What do you think would happen? What do you think would happen? A lot of people really don't want to have these conversations because it's just it's just so, how do you call it? It's just so it's difficult for people. We can joke and we can slander, we can call names and tell people they don't know stuff. I don't know a lot. I know that I'm extremely ignorant, and I'm always willing to be corrected and educated, and say, Charles, read this. I'm with that. I wish if I had more time, if I really could control, I'm pretty disciplined, but if I was more disciplined, you don't know how much I would be just studying all the time. But being that I got to do things to earn money, I can't do what I want to do all the time. But it's so much I wish I could study. It's so much I wish that I could get people to see. Like, I don't care if you want to call me a geek nerd, whatever you want to call me. What I'm about is uplifting and building. But I want people to be rational and to understand that a lot of things happen because of what you've been taught. Programming is so crucial that sometimes it's hard for people to defeat their programming. It's hard for like, if you listen to, okay, this is my belief, and anybody wants to argue it, you can. But if you listen to a lot of men, especially ladies, speak, they always say my partner. It's no more my husband, is my partner. My partner is my partner. They want partnerships, and I'm not saying that um, people can say that a marriage is a partnership, but really it's a relationship. It's a relationship. You say, we're in a relationship, my marriage, not my partnership. My partnership is a business. And I'm not saying marriage is not a business, because it is. But think about what I'm saying. The husband-wife dynamic has changed so much that a lot of men and women are confused on what their roles are in that dynamic, family-wise. And sooner or later, it's going to go back to the extended clan. I mean, it seems like it's happening right now. I don't even get into those arguments because a lot of people really don't understand the perspective. And when I'm saying it, I'm not coming from a place of anger or pain or anything. I'm just coming from what it is. That you want, okay, you want somebody to be there with you, but are you doing the part to make it beneficial for both people? So that's where I think it becomes detrimental, because most people are not really working together to get them to the position where they feel cooperative as a unit in a relationship. To have a relationship, we must relate. So I don't know. Anybody wants to have a dialogue, feel free, because I'm extremely ignorant. You can correct me. I don't know a lot of things. People think that middle is a lot higher than what it is. And I agree with that. Roger says making money. Hold on. What do you say? Making money is easy to a lot of people before they try to make it. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with that. I tell people, man, I a lot of people listen. A lot of people are trying to eat. Really, why you think it's so many people on YouTube and they all trying to eat, man? So I'm happy for anybody who gets 1,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers. I don't mind sharing people. I don't mind sharing people who don't think like me. I'm always open for a dialogue. I'm so I'll post the link in the chat because now this is getting kind of fun for me. I wish I get people to come up here and tell me something in opposition or something other than my perspective. I do think that there's nothing wrong with programming because somebody had to teach me how to speak English. If nobody taught me how to speak English, you don't naturally wake up and say, I speak English. You don't naturally wake up knowing how to write. You don't naturally wake up understanding semiology and understanding this means red. You don't think that. Somebody has to teach you things. You have to be programmed. However, there's a difference between what is natural. You naturally use the toilet. You will naturally want to procreate. Even if nobody ever taught you, sooner or later, a man and woman get together, they're going to naturally do it. That's what's going to happen. But you got to be taught to be a husband or a wife. You got to be taught to be financially responsible. You got to be taught to be respectful. You got to be taught what disrespect is. You got to be taught truthfully in society's eyes what is right or what is wrong. And to certain people, what is like everybody try to say right and wrong is absolute. No, it changes in society. And I got into an argument with somebody. They was talking about it's like I'm not saying anything is right, but understand the argument. So I say I grew up in a neighborhood, and all I do is my gang, right? So I was taught from little young dude that somebody else is my enemy from enemy gang. So I go and I find out we at a war. My gang is at war with the enemy, right? So I go shoot the enemy, right? And somebody tell me, that's wrong. You know that's wrong, right? Most people say, yeah, that's wrong. But it's cool for me to grow up in a country, in a nation. My nation is America. And from a little guy, I've been told that this other country is my enemy, right? So then we go to war with this other nation. And I shoot that other person I ain't never met. And everybody gonna say, you're a hero. You're a hero. Take out the enemy. So a lot of things are programming and perspective. What makes me coming from a neighborhood and having an enemy gang any different from me coming from a country and fighting an enemy country? What makes it wrong? Is it the majority of the people? What makes it wrong? What makes it right and what makes it wrong? What makes it wrong for me to be able to eat beef in America and go to another country and try to eat beef and go to prison? See, it's the laws of the land, but that lets you know that a lot of things that people say are right and wrong are subjective. A lot of people don't even understand it. They really don't understand how they feel about certain things. They're so quick to say, um, this is right and this is wrong, and this is right and this is wrong. I get that, but what I would tell people is, if you go to France and they speak French, something's wrong with you, right? Not them, because they've been taught to speak French and you speak English and they don't understand English. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you try to say right and wrong and understanding, like you would be extremely unhappy if you went to France and you couldn't speak with people. So you're going to learn French. Sometimes you got to change who you are to learn what you need to learn to fit in to what you need to fit in. That's just what I think about people in general. A lot of people really don't understand why they do what they do. They really don't sit and think about their lives. They really don't um, focus on that. And I tell people, man, I'm a student. I'm no expert. I'm no more wise than you. I enjoy having dialogues. I enjoy talking to people. I wish I'm not trying to change anyone, but what I really want you to do is laugh and think. And like I say, I put as a link in there. If somebody wants to come and correct me, educate me, make me smarter, feel free, because I'm not the most smart dude. I got a lot of things I like to do, a lot of things I enjoy doing, but what I enjoy the most is I like conversations. I want to have conversations with people. That's really what I'm about. I'm about having the most fun. I'm gonna tell everybody who wants to know, no matter what, I'm a human, but I'm a black man, so I'm always gonna be biased for black men because I do think that a lot of people really don't understand the plight, what's going on with us black men. And there's a lot of intellectual, intelligent black men that will never get a chance because of the situations that we're faced in. But there's other people fighting the good fight. So I don't always I, I don't always go too deep into that because uh I want people to just first, we got to learn to see other people as human. So if you can see me as human and respect my humanity, then you'll start to have empathy, and then you'll understand where I come from and understand my arguments. That's just what I think about things. And I will never, because I won't help. I will help anyone. That's how I feel. I don't ostracize anyone. Like somebody could totally dislike me and think I'm a piece of trash and be slanderous and say all type of stuff to me, but I will still have a dialogue because I want to understand the perspective. What have I done to you? What have I done to you to make you dislike me so much? Because I'm gonna tell you, you can hate me, but I love you. Don't mean I got to be around you, but I still love that you exist because like they say, iron sharpens iron. You people facing adversity makes you a better person, and that's what I'm about. I'm trying to be the best me that I can be. Hopefully, I can improve you and make you the best you that you can be. But I'm not trying to change it because you got to want to change first, and that's what my thing is about. That's why you really don't hear me complaining about too much of anything because no matter what, people have to do what is right for them. You got to do what is right for you, be it man, be it woman, but be ready to accept your life in any which way that you want it to be. That is what I tell people. Man, I did a lot, and I can't. You know what is sad? I really appreciate people who listen to me, but I really wish I could like I would go for a long time if I could get somebody to come and have a conversation with me, want to talk about some things. I want to come up and say, Charles, this is what I'm feeling, and let's have a conversation because Charles, I think you said some things I don't like, and I want to educate you because you don't know what you're talking about. But this is what I'll say for that because you guys are not going to say it to me. I've never claimed that I'm a victim. I never said I'm a victim. I don't want to be a victim. I want help. I want anybody to help me. I need help. I will never say I don't want help. But hey, if nobody helps me, I'm not mad at you because you don't owe me any help. You don't owe me anything. You don't owe me a like. You don't owe me a subscribe. You don't owe me a share. You don't have to share me out. You don't. I appreciate it. I can do it like my brother Platt. Yeah, pull up. Yeah, hit the cash up. I can do that, but that's not going to change my overall message. I'm a student of everybody who teaches me something. That's probably why I listen to certain people so much. I listen to Roger. I listen to BGS. I listen to, gotta make a joke, just be you, even though she cursed me out. She told me I go to the bad channels. But a lot of times I go to the channels because I want to learn. I love the people where I can laugh at. That's even though some people will never pull up. Platinum Leap, one of my favorites. I laugh my ass off going to listen to my brother Platt. I love listening to my brother Sir Ism. Ism is the man. But I listen to so many different people, you wouldn't even understand it. You guys don't get it. And I don't ever tell somebody okay, let me shout out another brother I love, my brother Kuda, my brother Mace. They show love to everybody. So why I'm not gonna love people who show love, even if I don't agree with everything? Because when you get into conversations, you can always have people who can argue against what you're saying. I don't have the answers to that. I don't know I know what I would love. I would love somebody like, let's use sisters because Nikki made me think about this. What I want as a woman to work with me, to be amicable. That's it. When people talk about submission, that's what they really mean. I just want you to not fight me and let's work together and we can make a team and do it. But it's so hard to, and I got to say this, I'm going to talk about it. It's like, a lot of people ain't the biggest fans of my brother Kevin, but Kevin, I'm talking about Sammy's one, not black men being brutally honest, which is also a great brother. I'm talking about a lot of people aren't a fan, but he's showing you how difficult it can be to get people to at least understand. You don't understand men. That's what they'll say. But then in the end, I can say that maybe I don't understand women. I can say that, but I went all over the place. I wish somebody would want to challenge me on my points. Come over here, and I'm not a fanboy of anyone because there's always going to be people who speak a way I think they shouldn't speak. I think that the people can be mean. I think people can be like I would say that if you say you want to smoke, you gotta let other people speak, even if they don't make sense. And then what you can say is what I would say is sometimes, okay, this is what I say. If I'm talking to a lot of people, or say I talk to a woman, she give me a whole story. Yeah, but I don't need the story. I just need the facts. Sometimes I understand when you say stop. I just need to know the facts. But they want to take you through the whole empathetic ride. They want you to feel what they feel. Like I'm Xavier Omar. Like I feel. I don't always want that. Sometimes I just want. What I want is to know what you're getting at and where you're going. That's what. So that's where I think I get lost. I get lost in that sauce right there because for me, I just want to understand where you're coming from. That's it. I may not agree with you. I may not think you like. I'm all over the place. But listen, like I tell people, there's a link. If somebody want to come up here and chit chat and have a conversation with me, I'll shut up and let you talk because I just want to hear your perspective. I'm always tell people certain things. I'm a black man from America, born in Torrance in Los Angeles, California. That's where I'm from. I love LA, but I'm telling you, it's hard out here. And one thing, like I've never been married, and you know what? I think the problem, even with me, living with well, let's say I live with a woman. I want a woman to have wife qualities. And if she doesn't have wife qualities and she's not, uh, I should say, cooperative or amicable or a great teammate, and it's always a sad day or we're not doing anything when we should be trying to save money and do moves to make sure that we have a comfortable life in the future, then I'm cool. I'm gonna do me. And so I never knock people because it's like we don't even know how to be honest with each other. We don't understand what's important, and then we don't want to do what's important. Like I'm a man, I'm telling you. I'm gonna go in. I'm a little bit lustful. I like a lot of hugs and kisses. And if women don't want to give me hugs and kisses, well, like society has changed and we got to change with it. I'm just saying what it is. I'm not wasting my time for a woman who don't want me like I want her. That don't make sense to me. However, for some reason, we believe that the man should be just on a possibility. You don't go to your workplace for a possible paycheck. You don't go to school to possibly earn a degree if you did all the prerequisites. You don't do that. You don't. So what I'm saying is this: let's agree that we're gonna do this and keep your agreement. And if you can't keep, let's find out. Let's ask every question. So if you can't keep your agreement, you can go left and I can go right. And we got too many people that are manipulative, that are not honest. Let me say something to you I may not agree with, but that's why I'm such a proponent of two people. When it comes to the quote unquote dating game, I always promote. I'm a proponent, ardent supporter of the philosophy of direct, of the mode one, telling people what you want. And then I'm also a proponent of the mind, of getting your mind right. And I got to give a shout out to my other brother Ram Wills, you know, because it's certain things people need to do. You got to get your mind strong. I mean, you got to learn that you have to interact with people, but I always would tell people, you be direct. I don't know how you're gonna be direct, but I always tell you, if you want to learn to be direct and you don't know how, then you need to read mode one. And I gotta always shout out this Alan Roddy Curry on that because explaining it in his way makes a lot of sense. That's all I can say. And I think that I'd rather get rejected and not waste my time than spend time not getting what I want. It don't make sense to me. But there's no guarantee in anything. But what I will say, as long as you're honest about what you want. So let's say this: you're a man and you want a wife and you want to be married. You should be coming to a woman like, listen, I'm looking for something long term. I'm trying to put a ring on this. I'm not trying to waste time with you. I'm not trying to be your friend. If you don't feel me like that, then you go your way, I go my way. But so many dudes, you want to put your own. I don't even understand the friend zone. What is that? It doesn't make sense to me. Now, if you want to, I gotta make a joke. I'm sorry, but if you want to play that 25-year, I'm waiting in the wings, boys walking, you do that. I don't support that, but that's you. But what I will say is, if you direct with what you want, then people got to respect that. Because one thing I will tell any woman on the planet Earth: I'm not about to lie to you. I'm not about to play you. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Either you want it or you don't. And I'm telling you, I'm not waiting. If you're not doing what I need you to do, I'm gonna do me. And whatever you think is what it is. That's what happened. Yep. Yep. That's what happened. That's what it is. Yep. It did. That's what I say. So if more people could be more honest, open, more ready to say what they really think, more about what they're going to do in life, the whole world will change. And I think that's the problem. We have so many people that's manipulative. You're so brave behind the computer screen. You're so brave. That's why I don't say no crazy stuff. I don't say no crazy stuff to people. Cool. We don't agree. How about this? I'm sorry we don't agree. We'll just talk some other time, because I'm not here to slander you. I'm not here to put you down. I'm not here to. I'm not. I may hit you in the face with some words. I may make you have to go look up ubiquitous. But I'm not here to to get you to understand the gravitas of the situation. I'm speaking with group, yes. So in general, how I feel about things is how I feel. And I've done a lot of talking, and I'm gonna say this: I'm always honored. I'm humbled that anyone comes to listen to me, because I say a lot of absolute nonsense. But in general, in the big scheme of things, it's to make you feel great, to tell you, hey, if you like it, I love it. Just be happy with your choices. I will never, ever, ever. I'm not here to shame you. I'm here to understand why you did what you did. And if you're happy with it and you living great, I love you. I love you. I love you. Don't ever think that I'm disgusted or well, I do think people do disgusting and despicable things. Don't think that. But I'm never disgusted by choices that people make as humans. It's human for you to love. It's human for you to connect. It's human for you to get envious and jealous. And I get that. I get that. I understand that you're going to want certain things. It's cool to have expectations. I understand that you want that $2 million house with those two white cars, your husband and your wife talking about team building. But I also understand the dude that says, you know what, I'm gonna save myself. I'm going my own way. I get that. I get it more. I get it. It makes so much sense. So I'm not knocking anybody. I even understand, hey, if you can't find happiness and you got to go wherever you got to go, just do it. But just don't hate on others. And it's cool to have a discussion. It's cool to try to educate people to get them to understand that sometimes people are not going to see it. I get that. I get that. I get that to the utmost. I get it. But one thing I can say, I can disapprove of your actions without being disrespectful. That's what it is for me. That's what I'm about. I'm about team building. I'm about making success. I wish that I can make better people. But first, before I can make better people, I gotta improve me. I'm still a work in progress. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do later today. Probably gonna jump some rope. I'm probably gonna sip some whiskey, and I got a whiskey channel with my friend called Fun with Whiskey, and we enjoy spy some dogs, buy some cats. I tell you, do whatever. I want people to do whatever they want to do. Whatever it takes for you to be happy is what I want to do. I'm not here to hate. Hate is hate is so far out of my spectrum. I mean, I let like I'm a person who I understand that power. Uh, a lot of people want to be in control, and if some people have power, if you can control things, it's hard to give up power. If I've been the boss, if I've been the CEO, and it's hard to let somebody else be the boss CEO. It's what's the movie Prometheus, and the dude was trying to live forever instead of giving it up. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. So I think that sometimes it's like that in the community. I'm not going specific, but somebody can understand what I'm talking about. So like the world is changing. There's a lot of propaganda out there. I'm gonna say something. All the shows are putting women in the lead roles that used to be men. What is it? It's Batwoman. It's Starbuck became a girl. The next Thor is gonna be a woman. Probably the next Black Panther is gonna be a woman. The next Iron Man is gonna be a woman. I'm just saying. So there's something going on, right or wrong. A lot of you girls gonna say girl power. Go ahead. Listen. I'm not. I'm just saying that we got to learn how to deal with the world and make the world we want. If you want to have power, just wield the power wisely and don't get mad about the world that you have, because this is the world that you created. And if you don't want this world, then change it. I don't know how to do it, but you got to learn how to have conversations and make it so that when people disagree, that you can still be civil. You can still be civil in your disagreements and learn how to get some type of cooperation, get some type of amicability, get some type of situation where it's beneficial to all. Because I tell this to anyone who wants to know, why would somebody do something that's not beneficial for them? If I can control my environment and I don't need you, why do I need you? So until the world changes, you got to make it beneficial. So if you want be it men or women to work together, then you got to make it beneficial for all. If men want to get married and women want to get married, then you got to make it beneficial. You got to learn how to first be married. You got to learn to be husband and wives, and you got to learn that if you got baggage, make it beneficial for somebody to connect with you because of the baggage. That's just my statements. I said a lot. Nobody wanted to talk to me. Why? Why nobody want to talk to me? I'm so sad. Am I just that boring? Am I not interesting? I can't motivate you to come talk to Charles. Is there something wrong with me? You don't like? I'm gonna shave my beard off or something? Huh? Are you scared of the avatar? You want to see my pretty face? I'm trying to save y'all. I don't want to. I don't want to blind you with my unbelievable beauty. I'm so gorgeous. I would kiss myself. I'm joking. Anyway, people, I did a lot of talking. I really enjoyed you guys listening to me. Roger, Nikki, Zen FHD TV, BGS, anybody that came listen to me for a second. I don't have the answers. I would love to have dialogues with anybody who wants a dialogue. Just any which way, any which time. It's always open. You can correct me. You can tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. I totally support families. Don't ever think I'm opposed to families, but I'm not supporting people who got to survive, because once you make your choices, you got to do what it takes for you to survive, and don't beat yourself up, because no matter what, like, you're awesome. You're awesome. I'm stealing that from Roger. You're awesome. You're an awesome person. I ain't saying it the same way, but I'm just trying to let you know that I'm gonna love you regardless of the flaws you make. I appreciate that, brother Roger, that you come up, man. I get it, but yeah, it's cool. I have fun just jaw jacking, and I think I hope that I got people to think about some things. I don't even know what the hell I was saying. I just let it flow, and I think it's Nikki said some things. She said that the ADOS women are knocked down a peg, and you're gonna really make me think about that. I don't think that I don't really think it's about knocking ADOS women down a peg. I think that in general that the message is they want a lot of men want to be loved, and a lot of black men don't feel that black women love them. That's really what it is. A lot of black men don't feel like black women love black men, and black men love black women, but do black women love black men? That's the argument. I think that's the overall thing. This black man loves you, but do you love him? And you say you do, but if you love him, why are you leaving him? Yeah, I'm just being honest about that. If it ain't the black men leaving the black women, 80% of the divorces is about the women. That's what most black men don't even have children because they want to be loved. You're not picking them. That's just, I'm being biased. I could be wrong, but that's what it is. You know what I mean? That's just my thoughts. I could be wrong. Slap me in the face, jump down my throat. I'm just saying it. I'm not opposed to I'm not going off. Yeah, but I'm just saying, man, like I love my sisters. I do, but I love humanity. Don't ever get it twisted. So if you're not one of us, don't ever feel I don't love you, because I love my people that are not black too. I love you. Now some people ain't like me, but I love everybody. If you love me, I love you. If you're a Asian woman married to a black man, or if you're a black man married to an Asian woman, or a white woman, or whatever color they want to pick, or whatever uh, demographic, racial category you want to, I love you, because you know what, uh, you made an excellent choice, whoever you chose to marry, because they're there for you. That's my belief. So I love who loves you, and I love people who love me, and that's how, some of my closest friends in my life are brothers from a different mother, and they don't know, probably ain't listened to 10 hip-hop songs in their life, but if they needed me, I would be there. But I never stopped being who I am. Brother Art, much respect, much respect. Bam. Every time I see you, I gotta go bam. I didn't do too much talking. So much respect to you all. Maybe next time somebody will come and educate me and teach me to know right from wrong and how to be a better person. I'm trying. All right, people. Much respect to you all. If I didn't say love to you, I love you all. You all are great. And take care.